How do you change your implicit memory? Any golfers in here? How do you change your golf swing? Well, first you got to know there's a problem. I was a music major in college, but I'd been largely self-taught on piano. So I go for my first piano lesson, and the professor's trying to assess kind of my skill level. He puts a sheet of music in front of me to sight read, and I'm playing it. I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, hey, it's not bad here. And I'm playing, and all of a sudden he interrupts. Whoa. Play these two measures again. Okay, I played it, and I'm certain I've hit the right note. He goes, oh, just your right hand, this measure right here. And I play it, and he says, oh, who taught you your scales? No one taught me my scales. I only took like 2 actual years of lessons, and then I was kind of self-taught after that. And here's what he said. You may think you're doing just fine, but if you don't change and learn the proper fingering for the scales and all these different keys, it's going to put a ceiling on your technique, and you're not going to be able to progress past a certain point. So he had to point out that something was wrong and then show me the right thing to do. And then I had to sit in a practice room and go slower than I felt like I needed to go, and put in lots of intention and effort and focus, and work really hard to play the notes using the right fingers over and over and over again. And that's how you re-encode implicit memory. The first thing is we make the implicit explicit by slowing down and observing the process with curiosity. What is the cycle that shows up in your relationship? Because here's the deal. Relapse doesn't come out of nowhere. What's the stressors that get you to a place of unhealth? Or if all of a sudden you go back to the trauma triggers, that's not coming out of nowhere. What is happening between us? What's the cycle that exists between us? Can we get curious and figure out the implicit process and make it explicit? Draw it out on a big piece of paper. Draw your own cycle. And then with the awareness that you now have, you have to make a new choice that's aligned with your values. And then you have to make that choice over and over and over and over and over and over again. That when betrayal has occurred, the onus is on the betrayer to establish relational safety and initiate an interruption in the cycle by making pro-relationship choices. Betrayed partners can also choose to interrupt the cycle, as values-based choices are always in their own best interest as well. But it makes complete sense to me why they'd be holding back to wait and see if their partners who did the betraying are willing to take the steps to do this work. This is absolutely recovery work.